All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to um, this presentation. I'm presenting review of updates on the prevalence and epidemiology of acetaminophen poisoning in the United States and the United Kingdom. Paracetamol was licensed for safe worldwide use in 1955. And since then, it has been almost the most common form of pain relief for headaches and fever medication in both children and adult population in the Americas and arguably around the world. Now, the relevance here in England and Wales, an estimate of over 40,000 cases of paracetamol poisoning occurred between 1989 to 1990, with mortality, that's death, of over 0.39% of people died within that period. And the relevance of this research also showed that paracetamol overdose results in more visits to emergency units in the United States than overdose of any other pharmacological substance or drugs. And with over 50,000 emergency room visits, 2,100 hospitalizations, and over 452 deaths due to acute liver failure per year from a drug that is presumed to be as safe as paracetamol. Now, in the background, by August 2013, the United States Food and Drug Agency had issued a warning on the reporting of a skin problem directly linked to the drug acetaminophen. In other places, acetaminophen is also called paracetamol. Now, this was a side effect originally that was not seen in the drug. As of 2013, nobody had ever linked paracetamol problems to paracetamol overdose to skin problems. Now, this was a side effect originally confined to some other drugs like ibuprofen and aspirin. However, by 1st August 2013, the Food and Drug Agency had directed all doctors and pharmacists to stop prescribing acetaminophen above a particular drug amount, more than 325 milligrams. Now, many major manufacturers of that product with dosages more than 325 milligram acetaminophen stopped marketing the same in the United States by 28th of March 2014. What this means is that there's a growing side effect vigilance, as we call it pharmacovigilance, side effect vigilance concerning that drug in developed countries like United States and UK. So the importance, the relevance of this research is to extrapolate what those developed countries are doing concerning the side effects of this drug, monitoring it and following it up, and extrapolating it to undeveloped countries like African nations and the rest of them. While in the United States, you see, there's a new questioning concerning the safety of continued use of paracetamol, acetaminophen as a routine pain medication during pregnancy. Now, the methods of this research, it was a meta-analysis type of research. We collected data and analyzed data from online scientific databases, abstract guides and references, content analysis, published articles, medical textbooks and research materials from universities. We did a meta-analysis type of research. Now, we were able to find out that certain countries like the UK have been able successfully using legislative interventions to be able to curb the side effects, the growing problem side effects with overdose of paracetamol. For example, the United Kingdom Parliament, they sought a reduction in the size of the pack, of the paracetamol pack, as an intervention to curb the rising incidence of paracetamol poisoning. The law was passed in September 1998. The research stated that there was 43% reduction in deaths associated with paracetamol poisoning in over 11 years after the introduction of the legislation. Now, we have quoted some references. There are lots of references, but here I've just put two in order to conserve time for presentation. Now, the results and conclusion of this research, which we undertook, was that the issue of acetaminophen or paracetamol poisoning is an ever-present challenge in our world. As long as acetaminophen remains an over-the-counter medication around the world. What this means is there are certain nations where you can easily just go across the counter and buy paracetamol without a prescription from a doctor or a pharmacist. As long as that remains, especially in the undeveloped world, the prevalent rates of its toxicity will remain alarmingly high. The pharmacovigilance protocols in the United States had received updates in emergence of new adverse effects of the drug and had issued an alert to its healthcare professionals. The United Kingdom issued a legislation which seemed to have had a tremendous positive effect and which were recommended for other countries to follow suit. Because in a paragraph, in a graph that we published in the report, we were able to see an over 45% reduction in the mortality rate, as in the death rate associated with the drug poisoning over a period of 11 years. Thank you very much for your time. I'm open to questions. I'm grateful for you listening to the presentation. Thank you.